What's up? Just 350 JP in the house. Okay, lately I've been doing a lot of serious talking and stuff, and it's all good, you know. I watched a video the other day about, some sisters, how they were putting that one sister down who won in the Olympics and stuff like that on national TV, and watched some other videos and stuff, black men, black women having problems and stuff, and I made these videos called Until You're 22, and the reason I made those videos, or reasons, are basically because a lot of people just don't have a clue about what's going on, and as they get older, and a lot of people don't study, so I'm telling these young kids now to start studying so they can avoid maybe 75% to 80% of the mistakes that their parents or friends or whomever have ran into. Okay, and basically sorry about that. Basically it's all I'm saying, it's just to do that. Okay, now the problem is, I hear comments and stuff, and this is not going towards anyone, how they say how black women are like this, like that, and they talk about the hair and like this and that. Well, truthfully, I used to, I like black women with the natural hair, but we have to understand that all black women in the United States did not come from Africa. There were black people here already, and a lot of them have straight hair. My mother is an Indian. She's an Indian. I think maybe full-blooded. Her mother and father both, maybe full-blooded. But what I mean by full-blooded, I don't know if she's mixed with anything, but she's from two tribes. So the mother's from one tribe, the father's from another tribe. And then they're like, I guess they say half-half, or something like that. So it's like, on my mother's side, I think they're like white and Indian, but we'll be actually white and black. And then I don't know, it's just some other stuff coming in anyway. So, but my mom said her hair is silky or something like that. I don't know if she have an afro or not. I guess I'll have to ask her. But she said it's not the same texture as the women that came here from Africa and stuff like that. And it's different. So I was like, okay, So, and there are some women from what I've seen on videos that just have straight hair. And so the hair issue, the thing about the looking like white women, that could be true too. But the fact is there are black women who do have straight hair, and so if they want their hair straight, then that's their choice. And for those guys who don't know that there are black people around the world who have straight hair, then you guys need to study some more. Okay, basically what it is, these young kids and, guys and stuff like that, the whole thing is about relationships, is that a relationship is basically what it is, the base word, relate. You get together because you have something that relates, or you guys related something, you try to make some type of communion, or not communion, but some type of connection. And if that connection is not 1,000 connections or 1 billion connections, then something might come along and be stronger than the connections and pull them apart. So basically, when you're like you have these fightings that's going on now, how black women are acting and things like that, and I hear comments that black women are acting like little children, and they can't be controlled. But what parents actually can control their children when they're acting like children? Anyway, most parents can't, or they don't know what to do anyway. And for the most part, it's pretty much you don't do anything. You just let them act the way they're going to act because, they're still learning. But the thing what parents don't do is they don't teach their kids, and they smacking them around and telling them to do this and telling them to do that. And the things that a lot of the parents are doing, telling them to do this and do that, doesn't really affect them when they get when they get older in a good way. It's usually in a better way. So, so if you're saying that black women act like kids and you can't control them, okay, that's fine, because there's nothing wrong with acting like a child. But But for a man to say he can't control a child, then you have no business dealing with the child. You have no business having children and things like that. The main problem with black women and black men now is that there really is no communication on a simple, basic level. Just starting from high. Even if you know someone, just start again. Hey, how you doing? Tell me about yourself, this and that. And you'd be surprised what a lot of people, what they really, really want to do and what they really, really would like to accomplish. But if you live in a community where, oh, well, why are you going to go travel here? Or why are you going to go home and study when we can go out and drink? Or why are you doing this? And your whole community is complaining to you because you were introduced to something new, or you had common sense to do something new that might change your future, that might get you out of that community. Because there's no reason why you should stay in that community. You owe no one anything. Okay, you do not owe anyone anything. The community was there before you came, and when you came, if the community is good and if they teach you well and help you do things well and be a better person, and you're able to move up out of that community to other places, then that's a good community, and that's good. But a lot of communities don't do that. You got these older men or older women just sitting around doing anything, and they just letting their bodies go to waste. When you're 50, 60, 70 years old, there's people still jogging and running around. Japan, there's a lot of women out here, 75-year-old older men just out jogging, doing things, driving around in nice cars. These guys like 77 years old jumping out of a Aston Martin with some 24, 23-year-old Japanese girl, and they ain't Japanese. There's a lot of guys here that are older too. White guys. I don't know too many black guys out here. But some white guys here, there's one white guy I know, he's like 65 and he's dating all these young women and stuff, So, the whole thing is you can't necessarily blame black women for their actions, because a lot of their actions are going to be a reflection of how black men are. And so, and we can use the slavery thing and all that stuff, but, the slavery thing could have ended a long time ago had, people would have just said, hey, we're going to stop this, and it could have ended one way or another, But what I'm saying is that as a black man, when I left America, it was black on black love was there. So whatever happened, whether it was the drugs or too much TV or all this fantasy, and stuff like that, because I heard different things, what was going on, and they just put this stuff in people's heads and stuff. And like I said in my other videos, about your emotions are going to get you into a lot of trouble. So you should use your mind, only use your emotions to jumpstart. Now people say, well, your emotions, yeah. Well, what I'm saying is, when I'm talking about emotions, I'm talking about the emotions that makes you want to cry and, fight and not study and stay up all night when you're supposed to, and emotions that make you eat ice cream when you have high blood pressure or whatever, I don't know if it gives you high blood pressure or not, but, and stuff like that. So that's what I mean. Of course, you're going to have your senses, which are vibes and stuff that's coming in. It's going to affect your organs, which is going to give you these sensations and stimulations to do things and stuff like that. That's different. What I'm talking about is the emotions that make you do stupid things that you shouldn't do, and then you can't do it, but your mind tells you no, but your emotions got you on such a lockdown, that you just do what your emotions say, and it's not good, So that's what I'm trying to say. You black men, if you, because it's like this, a lot of black guys come to Japan, or they travel to different countries, and they always go to another country, and they come back with their sex stories, or they come back with how these other women are, but I hardly ever hear too many of them where they come back with those women, where they come back with those women. Go to Philippines, you have fun, but do you come back with a Filipino woman? You go to Brazil, do you come back with a Brazilian woman? Do you go to Europe or Spain or wherever, do you come back with those women? No, you come back by yourself, and you complain about the women here and praise the women there. But when you were there, why was that woman single? Why were those women single? You know, why are those women single? You know, you have to look and see in the other countries that almost maybe in every country there's the same thing going on. Here in Japan, like the one lady that in my a video called My Girl's Car, my friend, she's single. Don't have she's single. I ain't gonna tell her when. She ain't no telling when the last time she had sex. And sometimes we talk about her relationships, and it's like she probably never even did it more than 20 times. And probably hardly ever even had a boyfriend. So she and some people they just just go through life and just enjoy their life and stuff, and they're not even really thinking about sex and stuff like that. But here in Japan, there are a lot of single women. Why is that? There are a lot of guys here looking for me. We could say it's because they shy or anything, but then why is it that a lot of marriages are sexist? Why is it that a lot of these women are messing around in their husbands? Why is it that the husbands are messing around in their wives and stuff like that? I mean, outside, I see people walking by all the time. I mean, I even had some of these women out here hitting on me that's married and stuff. I'm like, huh? And I'm like, what about your husband? No. Like this one video I have, over 40 Japanese women, over 45 sex, something I forget the name of it. But the whole thing is, you can't go to another country and then don't know the situation, don't know the culture, don't know how the men and the women are acting, be able to go to a club, have sex with some woman, and in a club, okay, and then come back to America and then praise her, because see that you have sex, and then come back here and criticize your own women. Because if you were to date a woman in a club in America, if you meet a girl in the club and then you go home and have sex with her, she's belittled. You know what I'm saying? The bad Bible, they call them whores. That should be called a whore. But yet, you can go to another country and you can mess with another woman over there, and then you come back here and you call her a princess. But the guys over in her country wouldn't be calling it. So I mean, it's really messed up and stuff. What's going on. The reason black men and black women don't get along together is because they got too much crap in between them, and they're not even really trying to get along. It's like if you could meet. First of all, you shouldn't really marry someone who doesn't have the same similarities that you have. And I'm not talking about going to college or anything like that, because some people just can't go. But I mean, you can be someone who doesn't have a college degree, but they've done their studying online and stuff like that, and they've read a lot of books and they got the same information. It's just that maybe you have more help and you have more hands-on experience, messing with the machines and experiments and stuff like that, and you paid for it, and they could have done it and be able to understand it, without doing that stuff. So basically, you don't want to date someone who's not at the educational level that you are. And what I mean, you shouldn't do that, because your whole conversation is going to be so mixed up and stuff that you won't even be able to talk to each other, And that's like coming out here, not knowing Japanese, marrying a Japanese woman and thinking everything's going to be fine. I'm like, me and my wife, I need to really study up on my Japanese. But, she talks, I kind of understand what she's saying. But I can't express myself to her fully in Japanese, or in English I can express myself. It's not like she's going to understand it. So then we got this relationship that's kind of staggering, because it can't really mature and it can't really grow because of the lack of communication that we have. And that's what's going on in America. Even though you guys speak English and stuff, your communication and knowledge, the words and stuff that you use, is all messed up and stuff.